Hi everyone, got a great exciting webinar coming up for you. Stocks which grow your wealth. Lockdown coronavirus investing webinar. It looks like there might be a whole bunch of regional lockdowns, whether you're in the United Kingdom, Spain, America, wherever else, if not national ones. Hopefully that won't happen, but the markets are anticipating this. What does it mean for our savings, pensions? What should you be looking to do? In this live webinar, I will cover that. And in terms of subject matter and what I will cover, it is all of these things. Which stocks are most likely to profit from a second lockdown, or at least the anticipation of one? What about revenues from your investments? People say to me, how do I calculate if I want to take out so much money, what the impact will be, and how do I make sure that I can take out some capital, but not so much that I'm fighting an uphill battle to have the income grow? I'll make sure the webinar is in the format of a mentoring session. Should you invest in global or local stock markets? I'll show you how we can invest very easily globally. What about brokers like Hargreaves Lansdown, all those others who are always pushing their own fund managers at you? What are the downsides of those big funds? How do we outsmart the brokers? How do we make sure we've got cheaper alternatives? Should we want them if we're particularly risk averse? And for those who are not necessarily risk averse, well, what about some of the stocks we're hearing in the news? HSBC, Lloyds Bank, is it time to get into those? Or is it the Apples and Teslas where we're going to get more acceleration back to technology as we did in April and May? And what about this calculation? X years to retirement and you need Y pounds or dollars a month income. Which stocks? How do you get a plan for that? How do you actually even have online calculators, free ones, which will help you calculate that so you can plan ahead and work out what kind of returns you need, how much money you need to save? What about the investments you might already have? If a stock's fallen 25%, how do you work out the probability whether or not it will bounce in the next 30 days or 12 months? We'll show you how through some online tools and some statistics we can do projections to work out what will happen. People ask me, I've got this portfolio, what might happen in the future? And we say, well, these are the bounds and the probabilities of each one of those happening. So you can work out what the most likely scenario is. And you can also work out if a bad thing happens, well, it was factored in. It's not out of the norm. How do you work out the most your portfolio may fall in a month or 12 months? So at least you know the value at risk or the expected shortfall. How do you replace your weakest stocks in your portfolio with more consistent performers? And also on that, what are the biggest bank analysts who are the most accurate telling their clients, and what are the billionaires buying? Okay, what are their top 10 holdings as well? And also we blow a few myths like, the P ratio to work out the value of a company. That's fine if we had a time machine and went back to the 1970s. People don't use that. I'm going to lift the lid on what some of the big banks use to work out whether a company is going to perform or not and how well it will perform. So you're going to get all of that in the webinar. Like I said, it's going to be entertaining, informative, interesting, better than anything else on TV. Okay, alpeshpatel.com/lockdown. I will see you on the webinar. Thank you.